Alright, hey guys, so today I'm going to be playing a little bit of Senran Kagura Peach Beach Splash. This is a pretty entertaining third-person shooter. It's an anime-themed water fight competition, very similar to Splatoon in many ways. I'm just going to be playing a little bit of the story mode. There's online support, so you can play online with friends. There's a bunch of different game modes, but I'm just going to be playing some of the later missions in this story arc. So let's go ahead and begin. I'll do episode 9, we'll change the difficulty, make it a little bit harder, and let's skip the cutscenes. The cutscenes are just a bunch of silly dialogue, so it's not that important. So here's my team setup currently. I'm just going to show you what the loadouts are. There's a bunch of different weapons. There's assault rifles, shotguns, grenade launchers, rocket launchers, snipers, everything you can imagine from a shooter, although these are all water guns. I prefer using the Gatling guns, and I leveled it up a little bit, so I gave this to all of my team members. I think it's pretty useful, although it does take a while to reload. All the rest of the things you see here are basically cards or abilities that you can use in-game, a bunch of different skills. After every level, you basically get a card pack of varying variety of skills and abilities that you can equip to your characters, and you can level them up and create various strategy through that. So let's go ahead and back out and let's deploy. So in this mission, I'll be facing a team of 5. It'll be a little bit difficult, but not too challenging. I've leveled up quite a bit. I played quite a bit today, a couple hours. It's pretty enjoyable once you get through it, although it is rather repetitive. It is a $40 game, so keep that in mind. I would recommend paying maybe $20 for it, but it's definitely not worth $40, at least not in my opinion. Although the graphics are great, and I don't know, it's pretty enjoyable if you're into anime girls and so forth. So there's the enemy team. My team all has the same weapon. You can customize your entire team loadout. I also have a little water jetpack, which I can use to get around, although it does consume your ammo, so you have to reload every so often. So here comes the enemy team. Let's get ready. Back up a little bit. Don't want to take too much damage. And I think I just got hit midair. Not sure how that happened. Let's go ahead and use my healing card. Healed a little bit. I'm using our ability. Oops, did not mean to do that. I'm using bubble shield, reload, be protected in here. And I'm gonna go over here, this scrolls down, and what I can do is I can use this finishing ability. It's this little rubber duck thing. You basically squirt water at their clothes and it'll basically strip them. A little silly, but that's one way to eliminate the enemies. I just got hit there. Using my shield. Alright, enemy over here. Alright, so she's down. Let's go ahead and use my splash attack. Go for her panties this time. It's a little bit sexual, but it's really silly and just really funny in my opinion. just having a water fight with a bunch of girls. Use this ability. Use my other abilities. I need to reload. And I think that's the last girl, so it should end after this little animation. Nope, there's one more, I think. I'll just shoot her face this time. Oh, being so mean. Heal up. Is that an enemy? Yep, that is. Use this ability. Oops. That ability is so hard to aim. And she's down. Hooray! Victory! My entire team was down, by the way. I was the last person alive, but I had plenty of health, so that's okay. Hooray! So this next mission is the final mission of this story arc, and there's 2 bosses you have to fight. It's kind of cool, but it's a little easy to cheese as well. Alright, so I got my card pack. It's going to reveal what we got. Nothing great. All your duplicates you can use to level up your other abilities, so it's actually not bad to get duplicates. Alright, so this is essentially the boss level or the final level of the story arc. So this is going to be nothing like the normal game modes. We're going to be fighting like a giant robot, basically. There we go. Reload. So basically what you have to do, you have to do enough damage to make it come down, and then you unload on it. Oh shoot, I got hit. I forgot to switch this character's abilities. She doesn't have any shields, which is bad. I basically end up getting one shot by any attack, but it should be okay. That should be the end. There we go. Another neat thing is if your teammates shoot you with water, you'll eventually get a power-up. So I'm just going to wait until one of my teammates shoots me. There we go. Soaking wet power-up. And that'll give me unlimited water for a short time, and I'm going to use that to hopefully finish off this next boss fairly easily. We got 20 seconds. There we go. So this guy's even stronger. There we go. I'm just going to do as much damage as possible before the power-up runs out. There we go. Alright, power-up just ran out. And let's use all of our abilities. And victory. Kind of an easy way to kill the second boss by abusing that that feature and mechanic. There's a whole story that goes along with the game. You're basically a bunch of shinobi or like ninja warriors, and I don't know, you get invited to this water gun competition just to have fun over the summer, I think. Alright. Sweet. I don't have this card, so this might actually be kind of useful because it's a healing ability, so it's nice to get that. That was kind of interesting. So that was the end of that story arc. There's 5 arcs in total, or 50 story missions, and in between each mission there is a cutscene that you can choose to watch. I just decided to skip over it. There's a bunch of different characters. There's also a couple other game modes. There's Paradise episodes, which are essentially challenge missions where you play as 1 or 2 characters in a bunch of different scenarios. And then the third category is the V-Road Challenge, which is essentially a bunch of tournaments or like World Cups. So you play teams of 5v5 and you compete to win each cup, and each cup gets harder and harder. And that's pretty much the entire game, or at least most of the game. There is multiplayer as well. There is co-op survival mode. There's a shop that you can go to purchase card packs, accessories, clothing, etc. There's also the dressing room, which has a pretty interesting feature that I just want to show you just because I thought it was so silly. So once we get in here, we'll go to intimacy. There's an intimacy option. And then what I can do is I can get out my hands here, and I can just basically like squeeze their boobs, jiggle them around, move them around. There's no point to this whatsoever, and you can just raise this little meter in the top right corner. I don't know what this is for. You can even slap them, which is it's so Japan. Like, this is such a Japanese game. So yeah, that's that. If you want to play around with your girls, you can do that. So let's go ahead and back out. You can also change their outfits and change the way they look and so forth. So that's just a quick look at Senran Kagura. Again, it's a $40 game on the Steam store. I wouldn't recommend paying that much for it. Wait until it gets to $10, $15, maybe even $20, but $40 is way overpriced just because this game does get a little bit repetitive after a while. After playing a little bit, you'll understand what I mean. So yeah, that's just a quick look. Senran Kagura, Peach Beach Splash. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.